As technology increasingly plays a role in transportation in Africa, more and more entrepreneurs are creating opportunities to ease the movement of goods and commuters on the continent. One of such companies is Plentywaka, a tech startup set up a few years ago to provide bus hailing services to commuters in Nigeria and Ghana through its mobile app, headquartered in Toronto, Canada. Plentywaka offers hassle-free shared rides on demand and recently announced that it had acquired Stabus, one of Ghana's leading mobility startups. The acquisition will help the company to realize its ambition of building Africa's largest shared mobility platform on the African continent, starting with West Africa. Plentywaka's acquisition of Stabus came in the wake of its seed capital raising of a round of 1.2 million, only 2 months after successfully ending Techstars Toronto Accelerator program in July 2021. The seed round attracted a wide range of investors from Canada, the United States, and Nigeria. Joining us now to speak on how the startup is using technology to ease travel for commuters and intimate us on the company's expansion drive is Onyeka Akumah, CEO and co-founder of Plentywaka. Welcome and good morning. Great to see you again. Real quickly, so tell me about this accelerator program you did do in Canada and the money you've raised and how you're getting into the mobility space. I mean, just plot that journey for us.
Okay. Thanks a lot. In April of this year, we got the invitation to join Techstars Toronto. It's an accelerator program started off by Techstars in order to hone our skills, build the team, learn how to engage with investors, and pretty much just improve the process that Plentywaka was giving to its customers. Prior to that, we had gone through a phase where everyone had dealt with their own fair share of the pandemic. We were 6 months old before the pandemic, and we had moved about 100,000 riders before March 2020. When the pandemic came, it slowed down our operations completely. For about 5 months, we struggled to keep the lights on. And then coming out of that, we raised some funding, about $300,000 from local investors in Nigeria. But we knew very quickly that we needed to get a lot more exposure in the business and get more people understanding what Plentywaka's values were. So getting into Techstars allowed us to do that. We went ahead to showcase our business to over 200 investors in a room on the demo day, which was on July 1st. And then we set our sights to say, hey, let's build Africa's largest shared mobility platform. And we were going to do that with 3 different products: the daily Waka product, the travel Waka product, and what we call corporate Waka. So with daily Waka, we're getting people to move from bus stops to bus stops. With travel Waka, we provide an aggregation platform. You can book a bus ticket on any of the major bus operators that you may be excited about to move across 24 cities in Nigeria. And then corporate Waka, we provide staff bus solutions. So an organization can say, hey, I don't want to have a bus in my firm, and then they're able to hire buses on Plentywaka to move their staff across the cities in a safer way. So that was how we were able to come out of the program. We excited a couple of investors, and we're able to raise $1.2 million into the business, just getting out of the accelerator program. And we're quite pumped about the journey ahead for us.
Okay. First, why the name Plentywaka? Because that looks like, something new.
Yep.
Although I know your company has been there since 2019. And then for me, the big concern will be security, particularly in terms of your operations in Nigeria. We hear a lot of stories about all these ride-hailing services that we already have in place in Nigeria. How do you ensure the security of those who patronize you, given the situation, not just in Nigeria, perhaps across West Africa?
Okay, so let me start with the name because it's one I always love to talk about. January 18, 2019, I was coming back from Qatar where I went to speak in an event, and I had meetings in Lagos. And luckily for me, at that time, you still had bikes moving across Lagos, transporting people. And so I took a bike ride that particular day, getting out of the airport because I had 1 hour, 15 minutes to get to my meeting. And I knew that if I drove through that traffic, I'll be there in 3 hours. So I took 2 bikes to get to that meeting, finished, took a boat ride because the meeting was at Apapa, took a boat ride across the lagoon to the other side of Lagos to CMS. And then getting to CMS, my other co-founders forced me to say, let's take a bus ride. Now, the name Plentywaka came from the fact that I said, an entrepreneur's life in Lagos was one where you needed different kinds of Waka. Waka being movement in the Nigerian world. You needed different kinds of Waka in order to make up with the meetings you had. And so that day, when I had that experience, I called my current co-founder and I am Plentywaka, Johnny Enna, and we had a conversation about the hassles people have to go through commuting across Lagos just to make ends meet. And so we were thinking about a name for the business. We came up with names like High Downfall. We came up with names like, so many other funny names. But Plentywaka stuck because what we're giving to people is different ways of moving around, but giving it to them in a convenient, comfortable, and predictable manner. And that gave birth to the name Plentywaka, which is Plenty Movement. Now, coming back to the question on security, what we've done in Plentywaka has been, first, we've gone ahead to make sure all our vehicles are tracked. And so from a place where, and that's the only way we can actually feed our customers, the location of the buses per time. And so we know where our buses are. If they go out of their geolocation where they're supposed to ride from, those buses get shut down. We also have trigger buttons within our app for the riders and for our drivers that we call heroes. If something goes wrong, they're able to trigger that button and immediately an alert is sent to all security agencies within the location where that particular vehicle is per time. But speaking about Plentywaka, with Plentywaka, we're aggregating different bus operators. So you have the likes of GEO, you have the likes of GEO with 600 buses on the platform, Libra Motors with 200 buses on the platform. Recently, ABC, FX, and Greener Line have come on board the platform. They bring on board their own ability to deal with all of these security issues and making sure that they make their services available on our app. We continue to provide solutions to them on how to improve their security. We continue to provide solutions on how to improve their services, but they are responsible primarily for the service that is eventually rendered to our customers that have bought their tickets through our app. So going ahead, I think we just continue to do our own bit. Through our app, we make our customers safe, and we see how things go over time. But gradually, it's getting better.
Good to hear. So how did the Stabus acquisition come about? Do they have the same challenges like you just described what you faced in Lagos with is it Trotro, their transport system? Do they have the same challenges? And what are your other plans for expansion within Africa?
Okay, so speaking about Stabus, they launched in November 2019, pretty much about 3 months after us. And for me, I always keep tabs of competition or people that are doing stuff in similar space. But what happened with Stabus was Isidore, who was the CEO of Stabus, started also keeping tabs of me. I started getting some insight on what we're dealing in terms of dealing with as concerns challenges in Nigeria. And so we had a cordial relationship, one where we spoke for, I think, 3 or 4 times within the 2 years about our businesses to each other until April, when I had, along with my team, decided that we were going to expand Plentywaka into other African regions, starting with Ghana to pretty much dominate the West African region as the leading shared mobility platform in West Africa. And Isidore reached out to me and said, hey, I see you guys have gone into Texas. Do you have plans for Ghana? And I said, yes. We actually have plans for Ghana in Q4 of 2021. And so it's something we're looking to do. And he said, hey, can we, rather than competing, what about if we go into a partnership? And so the conversation started from that call I had with Isidore. And what that has led into is Stabus is now going to become Plentywaka Ghana. And Isidore is going to become the country manager of Plentywaka, along with his team supporting him. What is the mandate? Isidore and his team have been able to move over 100,000 Ghanaians in the city of Accra within that period. We want to give him extra fuel. We want to give him the support of our technology team. We want to give him the support of our marketing team. And along with the vision we have about building the largest shared mobility platform on the continent, he joins in that vision to grow the Plentywaka brand. We say it this way: you're taking the black and yellow wall into other countries. And so that's done now with Stabus, and we're excited about that. Our plans into the future is to replicate the same model in 6 other African markets. We're talking about West Africa and East Africa to build a formidable business in this region to give people better ways of commuting.
Well, Onyeka Akumah, one is tempted to ask you to compare what you know so far about the business environment in Ghana and the business environment in Nigeria. But I don't think we should go there. We just want to thank you for joining us and to wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much indeed.